Transnet and SIU to pursue legal action against Nedbank over state capture transactions. By Satori News. Transnet, South Africa's major freight logistics company, in collaboration with the Special Investigating Unit SIU, is taking steps to challenge previous financial dealings associated with the state capture period, an era reflecting a corruption scandal that involved the mismanagement of state-owned entities. This significant legal move targets Nedbank, one of the country's largest banks, over questionable swap transactions dating back to 2015-2016, which involved substantial amounts exceeding R2 billion. With allegations that Nedbank gained excessively from these transactions, accruing profits over R2.7 billion, the two parties have filed an application to the Johannesburg High Court to have the deals declared invalid and unenforceable. The SIU and Transnet argue that the bank deals contradict the provisions of the Public Finance Management Act, potentially breach the Constitution, and defy the fundamental principles of public policy. This lawsuit follows intense scrutiny of the questioned transactions by the state capture inquiry, where these bank swaps were highlighted as part of a larger pattern of illicitly diverting funds from Transnet to entities connected with the infamous Gupta family. The historical scenario places South Africa's top banking institutions in a sensitive context, scrutinizing their corporate governance and adherence to legal frameworks during a time when corruption had seemingly infiltrated the highest echelons of South African public enterprises. The SIU, led by their spokesperson Kaiser Khanyago, insists that there's a substantial basis for the action taken and that Nedbank must be held accountable for its role in the swap deal malfeasance. The objective is not just to address past wrongs, but to establish accountability and retrieve funds that rightfully belong to the public coffers. Should the court rule in favor of Transnet and the SIU, this could not only result in the recovery of billions of rands, but also set a precedent for the accountability of financial institutions involved in state capture allegations. It is a bold statement against corporate collusion and corruption, and a potential watershed moment for corporate oversight and legal recourses in South Africa's fight against corrupt activities. Meanwhile, the South African public awaits the outcome of this litigation as the nation's battle against systemic corruption continues, with accountability being the cornerstone for restoring integrity in public affairs and corporate South Africa. Thank you for choosing Satori News.